Hey, 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 gang, gang, gang. And I'm joking. How we doing, guys? Today is gonna be a recap of how I overslept, but would have took these banger trades if I was late, if I was awake and alive. But unfortunately, I overslept, bro. I set my alarm for freaking 7. I wake up at 6:30. I'm like, damn, I could sleep till 7. Tell me why I wake up at like 10:40. I'm like, bro, I saw my freaking Alexa. I asked her what time it was. She was like 10:40. I was like, I already knew I lost my trade. Like, not losing my trade. I already knew like my trade was gone. Like, I already knew my freaking idea would have ran without me. Anyways, this is just a quick recap. Overall, I'm up on the week. I'm not really tripping. You know what I mean? So, I mean, end of the day, I won this week. Um, Although that's not really what matters. I should be showing up every day, but hey man, we'll be there. We'll be there next week. But coming into today, market open, before actually we get into all of that, I do want to say my predictions from last video were ended up being correct. Like I said, I wanted to fill in this. I wanted to fill in this gap. Uh, Excuse me. The way price was drawing towards this gap, I said it was either gonna inverse it and then we see legs up, or we're gonna fill it and then see legs up. Overall, we ended up doing part of what I said. We ended up inversing it, so we might be seeing legs up after this to fill in this imbalance, unless we might want to come down here. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? We might end up want to come down here, and then from there, we ended up. Okay, wow. Okay, that's horrible. That's a horrible drawing, but maybe price. Okay, wow. Hold up, lock in time. Okay. Anyways, price might want to draw towards here, and then from there, we ended up coming up to fill in. If we end up making an imbalance here, we'll fill in this imbalance, take out this high, and then just keep it going from there. That's my present predictions. The way price has been just moving throughout this whole past week. Overall, we got the same thing, like I said. If we look at the weekly on Nasdaq, we ended up literally taking out all these weekly draws and liquidity, and this one, like I literally said in the last video, because that's just how price was heading. Um, filling in this order block, it seems like. Then probably from there, I'd want to see price potentially fill in more of this order block, or maybe potentially even disrespect it, turning this to a breaker block. And then from there, I would want to see price come up. Just like later on in the future, I want to see price come up and create new all-time highs. That's just my future predictions, though. Overall, my present predictions were ended up being correct. But let's get on into it. Today was honestly kind of a simple read. Unfortunately, I missed it. So let's get on right into it. Coming into today, market open. Um, we had a lot of volatile Asian session, so I was looking at this as my main draw on liquidity, and ended up being literally main draw on liquidity for manipulation. Ended up accumulating throughout London session, creating. It was it wasn't really volatile, so that's where my accumulation comes from. Asian session, we were somewhat volatile, as you can see. Excuse me. So coming into today, we had London session highs, and after market open, we ended up dumping crazy, taking out these previous Asian session lows, which were my draws liquidity, because it was looking, excuse me, pretty volatile and pretty useful to take out. And from there, we ended up disrespecting bullish order flow. Let's zoom in. Ended up disrespecting bullish order flow. We ended up creating a breaker structure as well right here on Nasdaq. Same thing. Excuse me. We're also in 5-minute equilibrium as well as breaking structure as well. And then go on Nasdaq. I marked out my macro from there. Honestly, it was really game time, just really looking for 1-minute continuations. We had 1-minute equilibrium tapped into. We didn't really have any fair value gaps to really honestly like take a deep dive into. All the fair value gaps here we're literally getting excuse me, all fair value gaps here we're literally just getting disrespected. I mean, potentially what I really honestly marked out was this order block. From there, we have 1-minute equilibrium taps. From there, boom, would have entered off this bullish candle closure up, stops below, well, like stops at equilibrium lows right here. That's where my trade probably would have been invalidated. Honestly, I probably could have put it right here, at this whatchamacallit, or honestly I could have put it right here at this 1 minute order block, but I could have put my stops below right here. Um, at the John liquidity, that's where my trade would have been invalidated. But honestly, underneath equilibrium would have been really smarter. We had this untapped fair value gap right here. Oh, we ended up tapping into the fair value gap. That's why price went down all the way over here. So honestly, it could have been like my original trade idea was underneath equilibrium. This would have been calm. But I probably would have got stopped out. No, I wouldn't have got stopped out because yeah. But let's just stay right here. This probably would have been underneath equilibrium right here on the fair value gap, just in case price was to come and fill in more orders. But after already doing that, I wouldn't really see why it would want to come down again. From having all three of these confluences tapped each, I would have entered from there. The candle closure above all three of these confluences on the same wick. From there, take profit one would have been London session lows. I mean London session highs right here, and then this draw on liquidity right here was really an internal liquidity, was a 50% mark of the little 4 hour previous day imbalance. There we go. This was a 50% mark of a 4 hour previous day imbalance that was looking like it was pushing up to get filled in. And that would have been my take profit one and two of NASDAQ today. Literally was free bands if I didn't freaking sleep in, bro. Next time I wake up, bro, I'm just going to keep waking up. I don't know why I decided to sleep in. That was honestly my fault. NASDAQ, same thing. Ended up disrespecting bullish order flow as well. Literally, bro. New strat, if you guys are new to trading. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. Literally do not do this. But if you guys have just been waking up 9:30, shorting the market, you guys would literally be freaking. You guys would be freaking profitable just from that 2 weeks alone. But yeah, same thing here. Didn't really have much to go off of. Excuse me. No, I did have a lot to go off of. Only had one take profit here, however. Ended up disrespecting bullish order flow. Created a 5 minute order block, as well as stepping into 5 minute equilibrium. You already know the deal. That's PD array. PD array was on this 5 minute order block. Excuse me. From there, with the video, look for 1 minute continuations. So literally, my freaking part of my strategy. Well, majority is my strategy. From there, we had a 1 minute order block right here. We had 1 minute equilibrium. We had 1 minute fair value gap. From there, all three of these got tapped into. From there, boom. What do you know? Closure wick above all of them. Stops underneath 1 minute equilibrium on my PD array, which was my 5 minute order block for protection. That's where my trade idea would have been invalidated. From there, only take profit was literally London session highs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This was just a quick recap. Overall, I'm up on the week. In the world. February has been treating me pretty good recently with price action. Obviously, like not every day, but whenever I'm able to read price action and just see where the obvious draws on liquidity I'm able to look at the data that it gives to me and just react off that. But yeah, nonetheless, we'll be back next week. Good week this week. It's gonna be back testing and going outside and touching grass and working, and yeah, schoolwork. But other than that, I'll see you guys in next week's video, unless I make like an IRL type of video sometime this week. But nonetheless, see you guys next week for a trade recap. I love you guys. Stay profitable. Let's get profitable. Stick to your plan. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Peace out, baby.